is a Sydney-based software company. We were founded in May 2009. All our employees are here in Sydney, both sales, development, and our investors as well. We were built on the premise very similar to Google, Twitter, where Twitter is your real life happening right now in terms of things that you're interested in. We thought that would be a great idea to put into the workplace as well. So we are an internal communication solution. The idea first came out of my story as a vice president of sales for an international software company. I moved here in 2003 and became the VP of Asia. And much like Jason earlier, I married and have never left and got kids here. My main problem was communications between my sales team. So we had no internal competition whatsoever within sales. My guys in India had no idea how the guys in the US were doing. My guys in Australia had no idea how the guys in the UK were doing. And there was absolutely zero competition between those people. We also missed out on sales. Fortunately for us, we closed a very large deal in Melbourne, September 2008, and a week later our customer was firing people because of the GFC. We found out about 2 weeks later that exactly the same type of deal was happening in the UK, and they weren't so lucky. If we'd known about this, several months before, we could have collaborated because we came across the same challenges. We also had major issues when delivering. We were hit with some late delivery fees. So my account manager would ring up the project manager and say, "Hey, how's things going?" And he'd say, "Tip top, everything's great." And then, of course, 3 weeks later, the project is delayed and we've lost out on money. And finally, I lost count on the number of times my account managers would ring up our customers and ask for some money for support renewal, only to get abused because they were in the middle of a Severity 1 call that was primarily our fault. So this is where we came from. We looked for a solution, and we were told by IT that the only solution they had was email. I foolishly put my hand up and decided to do a league table for the sales guys around the world, and I was inundated with emails whenever any deal closed and did weekly league tables. It probably cost me my personal life for a while, but it was interesting in terms of the results. Revenue went up, but it wasn't because of extra customers. What happened was that because there were weekly league tables, everybody wanted to be top, so the deals came in quicker, and unlike most software companies, there was no need to drop our pants at the end of the quarter. Deals were in weeks before. So email, we found, really wasn't a solution. So this is what we did. Well, I did. I left. I created a company with my co-founder, who was the web development manager for the Reserve Bank, and we created a Twitter for the enterprise. Now, there are other competitors out there that do Twitter for the enterprise, but instead of just people messaging each other, we take automatic feeds from real enterprise applications. So we take messages from CRM systems, ERP systems, document management systems, any system that you have. And the idea is that those systems become your people. Now, companies have spent tens of millions, sometimes hundreds of millions of dollars implementing CRM, ERP, and the systems I've mentioned, and very rarely have they managed to get the ROI that they expected. And that's really where we come. So what you're left with is a timeline of your activity. Very much like Twitter, you decide as the employee what you want to follow. If you want to know what's going on in sales, you click follow sales within one click of the button. If you want to know what's going on with a particular customer, you're one click away. So you can click one click, you have a timeline of what's happened with your customer. One click, you have a timeline of what's happened with a particular business unit. So one click, you can see what's happening with a particular project, with a particular employee. It's really transparency for the organisation and complete transparency across different business units. So how are we going to market? We've gone down two directions in going to market. These are some of our partners, not all of them. We've also got some companies that are that are listed who are also selling for us. We're in the middle of, or we have deployed to these people here. Half of them are digital marketing agencies who are looking for social media to sell to their customers, and half of them are your typical systems integrators who talk about the ROI you can receive on your existing apps. So Platform46 are all about giving you the ROI that you originally expected on your enterprise applications. Thank you very much.